now and speak of the Kolkata monstrosity that has now come to fore. With the second medical examination report of the survivor in the South Kolkata Law College, the gang rape case that is now out with this medical report, which includes key findings that mention scratch marks on her neck, scratch marks on her chest, injury on her private parts. There is also evidence of bleeding inside the genitalia. Now, the report in its final observation stated that sexual assault cannot be ruled out. Now, the spotlight is on the criminal antecedents of the main accused, who's been identified as Monojit Mishra, and he's also been previously booked in multiple cases. In fact, just 2 months ago, Monojit allegedly vandalized a police PCR van and tried to assault an assistant sub-inspector of that very same PCR van. Then he was booked under the non-bailable sections but was granted bail by the court on the same day. Now, Times Now has spoken to Navinita Chatterjee, who is the wife of the former principal of South Kolkata Law College, Devashish Chatterjee, who confirms that Monojit was a serial offender who was engaged in multiple illegal activities.
I'm joined by Navinita Chatterjee, the wife of the ex-principal of South Kolkata Law College. How do you know Monojit? What kind of a student was he?
Monojit was a student of law in the year of, I think, 2015-16, around this time. And he was very notorious from that time also. He irritated the teachers and the students in various ways. He was engaged in different illegal activities in the college and outside the college. And the same principal, my husband, Dr. Devashish Chatterjee, lodged a FIR, and he was suspended and he was debarred from entering the college.
Now, despite all of this, the history sheeter with multiple FIRs against him was hired by a TMC MLA. As far as now, what has now become obvious, what breeds this sense of immunity? Now, when we speak of the document, which is the one that approves the appointment of Monojit as a temporary office staff at the South Kolkata Law College, and the bottom line is the signature of Ashok Kumar Deb, who is the president of the Governing Council of South Kolkata Law College and a TMC MLA as well. Now, what is now being said as far as this document is concerned, it carries the signature of the vice principal, who claims that she approved the appointment on the instructions of the governing body council.
For legal procedure, I will submit every evidence has been directed by GB, and GB has guided me. After 45 days, vice principal has been empowered to renew the appointment. You can see my notice is also there, but very often students, the students, they are demonstrating now. Some of the students, 2 weeks before also they gheraued me. They want to stay and do the work, and they have the permission from the GB to do their work.
Meanwhile, the BJP sitting in the opposition, which has stepped up the heat on Mamata Banerjee government with the BJP's fact-finding panel that visited the same college where in Kolkata that it witnessed high drama. The BJP panel was initially blocked from entering the college, but after a brief showdown, they were finally allowed inside the campus. They were, however, not allowed to visit the crime scene. And amid the face-off between the BJP leaders and the police, supporters of the BJP and its youth wing are scuffled with the workers of the left and their allied organizations outside the college.
उसने उसका विवाह का प्रपोजल ठुकराया है। उसको उससे विवाह नहीं करना था। वो एक जूनियर छात्रा है, वो सीनियर है। आप मेरे को ये बताइए कि वो विद्यालय के अंदर 31 साल का आदमी क्या कर रहा था? ये प्रश्न है। जहाँ पे 21, 22, 23 साल के बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, वहाँ पर 31 साल का टीएमसी का कार्यकर्ता क्या कर रहा था?
पश्चिम बंगाल में गणतंत्र है। इसका दृष्टांत, इसका उदाहरण इस बात से है कि ये जो फैक्ट फाइंडिंग कमेटी है, दरअसल ये तो भाजपा के कुछ प्रतिनिधि आ रहे हैं, तो एक राजनीतिक डेलीगेशन है। ये तृणमूल कांग्रेस के प्रतिनिधि जब उत्तर प्रदेश पहुंचने की कोशिश की, हाथरस या जब त्रिपुरा जाने की कोशिश की, तब उनको रोका गया। तो इससे ये प्रमाण है कि पश्चिम बंगाल में गणतंत्र है और उन राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के शासित राज्यों में गणतंत्र
Well, let's get in a word from Hridita, who's joining us live right now. Hridita, there is already a police inquiry that is also taking place. but there has been a fact-finding panel by the BJP that was sent across, of course, the high drama that was witnessed outside the gates. How is that we are looking at the investigation now taking place with regards to the accused who apparently has had a criminal past?
Absolutely. As you see, this is not the first time that a committee was stopped to enter the college. On Sunday, we have seen high drama outside the college again when NCW had tried to visit the area. So the NCW in West Bengal in charge, Archana Majumdar, was stopped to enter the crime scene, to visit the crime scene or take pictures and videograph of that very area. Second, yesterday we have seen the BJP's fact-finding team was again stopped outside the gates. And as far as the investigation continues, we have seen that Saturday and Sunday has marked very important dates for being of the investigations, whereas yesterday, after the garments of these three accused went for the forensic examination, we have seen the second medical examination report coming out, which now speaks of that it was a rape, as there has been key findings of scratch marks near the neck, scratch marks inside, marks on the breast, injury inside the genitalia, and evidence of bleeding inside the genitalia. So again, as we understand that the sexual assault couldn't be ruled out. Today, as the entire observation is looked at, blood samples of the three accused has now been taken into consideration and it will be sent for DNA testing today. Again, to remember, today is the 1st of July when these three accused police custody ends and they will be produced before the court today. So it is going to be a day again with high drama, which will be where the focus will be completely on this Kasba gang rape and the development to it. Back to you.
All right. Many details that are now coming out as far as this medical report is also concerned, with the BJP continuing to take on the Mamata Banerjee-led government in West Bengal, highlighting law and order issues, especially when it comes to rising crimes against women. Ridhita, thank you very much for the moment. Let's move on now and get you another round of breaking update. What we are learning, White House Press Secretary